It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
For the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quilly Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Manuel Forbes able to stick with him and knock that one away. You look at this Colt defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Penix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay,
looking
ready?
to put a drive together.
Tag 60 Eagles, 60, trap 50, trap 60. Ready?
Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go.
Richardson to throw off play action. This pass caught. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Falcons nothing. Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. Here's 3rd and 7. And looking to throw, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. To Robinson out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. 3rd and 19. Penix working out of the gun here. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's Richardson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Colts looking for win number 2 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Richardson looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and just a couple of inches.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Falcons number. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To the air, Penix. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Looking to throw, Penix. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
18 Cardinal.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart, because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Now Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Pittman from 8 yards out. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
21. Falcons, nothing.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes that overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Here now a 3rd and 20. Here's Penix. That one deep for London. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Looking deep here for Mooney. They've got his man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
16 yards. And the Falcon first down.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now back to throw. Oh, that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Cougar 19, ready, trap 50, trap, County Lions, 18, Pioneer.
A final shot before the half, Richardson. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go. Start.
Richardson working from the gun. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now it's Richardson. And he's got Pierce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Ready. Top 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
60 Vikings. 60 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times for passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, 29 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Now Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Third and 2. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he works free. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Robinson up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Richardson looking to throw this. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Mitchell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
To the air, Pitts. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A gain of 15. First down, Atlanta.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Colts 41.
Here's Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And the Falcons first down.
Looking to throw, Penix. Touchdown, Falcons! Ray McCloud, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Falcons 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Powering his way forward. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, Cowboy 8, Buffalo 18.
Richardson looking to throw. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, You would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now Richardson. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, these quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Penix working out of the gun here. That one deep for London. It's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Warriors, 70. 70. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now it's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Yeah, Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
On the jump.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready, 19, 5 in, 19, come 19, come 19.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And spins away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, Penix from the gun. And it is caught. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.